Hi everybody, this is Yvonne. Welcome to Step by Step Farming. Today I want to pose a question to you. Are you all prepared in case there's an emergency that comes up? Do you and your family have enough water to survive? Stay tuned. Okay, welcome back. I want to pose the question about water storage. So sometimes we may not think about it until we're in the situation and we're all rushing to the store. We're trying to get water off the shelf and then we realize the water may be gone or we just don't have enough. So today I want to help you all to kind of think ahead in case there's an emergency or some type of situation that's going on where you will not have to be in a situation where you don't have enough. Okay, water is super important. Number one, you cannot survive without water. And so that is one of the most important things other than food. So today I'm going to be talking real quick about storing your water and what you can do. Now, a person, normally they say a person needs to have 1 gallon of water per person per day. Okay, so if there's 2 people in your home, that's roughly about, let's see, I've got it written down, 28 gallons of water for 2 weeks that you need to have for a 2-week span. For 2 weeks, for a 4-person person in your family, you're going to need about 56 gallons of water. That's for drinking, that's for hygiene, that's for cooking, okay? So you want to have enough water stored up. Now, I want to give you some ideas, to think about, some pros and cons of each one that you want to think about as far as storing up water. Number one, you can get water bottles. You can plan ahead and buy water bottles from the store, a pack of water bottles. Those are great. They're easy to store. You could put them under your bed. You could put them stack them up in your closets. You can put them in small spaces. If you live in an apartment, you can just put them in the corner or wherever you need to put them. You can stack up water. The only thing about water is that they're very expensive over the long haul, okay? You're talking about maybe $3, maybe almost $4 per pack of water. So you need to kind of weigh your pros and cons. Another thing that you could get is something called an aquatainer. It's a little dirty, but this is a 7-gallon container. It's in a blue tote to kind of keep, algae and things like that. It is BPA free. And this is really good because it is stackable. It does have a spout to come with it, but it's 7 gallons, and you can also store this if you live in an apartment, okay? Because I know sometimes apartments don't have a lot of space, or if you live in a small home like we do, you can stack these up and you can store these away. So this is also good. I'll be putting a link in the bottom description below for that. Another thing you can do is get what's called a 55-gallon drum. Make sure it is food safe. It hasn't had any type of, chemicals in it, and it's good for potable water. You can fill that up, and that's 55 gallons right there off the bat that you have stored. Another thing you can do is you can get what I have back here in our back of our home. We have 2 of these. They're 350 gallons each. So we're talking about 700 gallons of water right here. And that should be plenty to last, you all quite a bit of time. Whether it's, ideally I would say you want to have at least a month stored up, okay? That way, like I said, if something comes up, you don't have to worry about rushing to the store, getting in the crowd, none of that stuff. If you live in a place that you can put these are ideal. You can get these, on Facebook, Craigslist, not for very much money. We have ours stacked on top of cinder blocks. It's not really pretty, but it's functional, okay? We spray painted these when we first got them black to kind of keep down the algae and the bacteria and stuff like that. And as you can see, we just need to spray paint them. As I said, they're not really pretty, but they work for us. Another thing you could look at, if you live in a large area, if you have a lot of land, you can get a cistern. A cistern can range from 250 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons. Depending on what your need is, you can put water in that. Also, if you all live in a home, you can do what's called a rain barrel or a rain catchment system, where you would take the gutter off of the side of your house, and it would just flow into like a rain barrel or container, and you would just catch the water for free every time it rains. It would go into your rain barrel. Now, if you're filling your containers up like we did with tap water, we really don't need to have like a water purification tablet, because the water has already been treated by the city. It's already got chlorine in it to kill some bacteria and so forth. You do want to make sure that your whatever container you use is sealed. But if you want to go ahead and buy the tablets to purify your water, you can do that, and I will also put a link below for that as well. So like, let's say if you have rainwater, or if you're getting your water from a creek, or I don't know, from somewhere other source, you can do that. Check out another video that I have that talks about, it's called a Berkey water filtration system. Now, in the other previous video about the Berkey filter, this is going to be something that you really want to take a look at and research yourself, but it is a standalone water filtration system. It does not require running water. It doesn't require electricity. You can use creek water, pond water, lake water, pool water, and it will filter out 99.999% of the bacteria and also of the viruses. Now, let me explain. There's a lot of things that's going on right now around the world. There's floods, there's droughts, there's electricity and power that is out right now for people. And I remember hearing on the news that they were saying that in one part of the country that the power was going to be out for at least
a month.
3 weeks. Yeah, at least 3 weeks to a month. So you think about that. There's people who cannot use water for that length of time. The stores may not even have that much water to sustain that many people. That's why it's so important, guys. Have a water container, something that you can have for your family where you would not have to go out in public in all the crowds. Have it, be prepared, and like I said, check out the video where you can filter out pretty much everything without getting the purification tablets. If you guys have any questions, any comments, please click below, and I hope that this was valuable to you. You guys have a great day.